Pro Group Management. Workers' comp that works for you.
This is 7 at 7 from the Las Vegas Review-Journal.
Good evening, I'm Jen Ah. Thanks for joining us on 7 at 7. If you drive around the Strip, get ready for more traffic backups as paving for the F1 race continues. That starts off business, sponsored by Bank of Nevada, Bank on Accountability. This comes after crews began initial work for the Las Vegas Grand Prix circuit on portions of Sand Avenue starting Sunday night. They'll be readying the 3.8-mile track until Friday. Work then shifts to Las Vegas Boulevard between Sunday and May 19th. Then Harmon Avenue from May 22nd to 26th. Onto Koval Lane from June 11th to 16th, with the paddock site paving from June 19th to 30th. Plus, a fraudster's alleged gambling losses at the Wynn Resort leads to a subpoena request. That's after the fraudster was sentenced to more than 17 years in prison last year. A Canadian-based business executive hopes to recover $3.5 million from the phony cannabis business investment believed to be lost from gambling. Wynn Resorts is accused of failing to report huge gambling losses to the Financial Crimes Enforcement Network. Wynn's reps have yet to comment. In other top stories, sponsored by Nevada Hand Silver Sky Assisted Living Community. Learn more at nevadahand.org. More road closures. Another US 95 off-ramp is set to close for a month near downtown Las Vegas. NDOT says the south off-ramp to Charleston Boulevard will be closed for 30 days, starting April 10th. Drivers should exit US 95 south at Eastern Avenue or Boulder Highway. This $59 million project aims to reduce crashes and traffic around the Charleston curve. Now to the case of strip hotels being accused of fixing room rates. Multiple hotel casino operators want the lawsuit dismissed, which alleges price fixing through a revenue management platform that, quote, unlawfully maximize profits. However, lawyers for the following operators and company behind the platform, Rainmaker, say the plaintiffs did not show any direct evidence. And do you trust in Nevada's election system? Secretary of State Francisco Aguilar is criticizing Governor Joe Lombardo's election bill, which would require showing IDs and end universal mail ballots with tighter deadlines. Aguilar called the bill a response to anecdotal information rather than facts, preferring a new centralized voter registration database. The governor's office previously stated the goal is to restore faith and timeliness in our elections. In health, sponsored by Boulder City Hospital. We're here for you when you need us. The push continues to make prescription drugs more affordable in Nevada. This comes after the Inflation Reduction Act gave the feds the power to negotiate drug prices for Medicare recipients.
They are going to release a list of 10 drugs in September, and those 10 drugs, if this bill is passed, would be sold into all Nevadans at that maximum price. The Culinary Union, who raised concerns about not being included in the conversation, and also from pharmaceutical groups who questioned who was eventually going to pay for those drugs. But there were a lot of individuals who spoke about their own personal struggles having to pay these high drug prices.
The bill would follow the federal timeline and cap prescription prices starting 2026. In weather, sponsored by Star Nursery, your garden's partner for every blooming thing. California's historic snowpack contains more water than Lake Mead. Experts warn the Sierra Nevada snowpack will soon melt, potentially flooding the valleys, foothills, and communities below. If you're heading to California soon, the National Weather Service warns families to plan ahead, know your limits, prepare life jackets, and supervise children around water. Here in the Las Vegas Valley, a crystal clear night, but chilly. Temps falling to the 40s in the next hour, then 30s overnight with mild breezes. Onto your 7-day forecast. More sunny skies with a high of 61 and low of 40 degrees. Starting Thursday, spring-like weather is finally coming, highs reaching the 70s. Some clouds rolling in on Friday. We may even reach the 80s this weekend and through next week.
Sports brought to you by Station Casinos, STN Sports. Download the app today. The Raiders added another veteran to their roster, this time signing 14-year NFL quarterback Brian Hoyer. Hoyer, who started his career with the New England Patriots in 2008, has played for a total of 7 teams in the past. In 2020 and 2021, Raiders head coach Josh McDaniels served as Hoyer's quarterback coach and offensive coordinator. Hoyer has played in 76 games, including 40 starts, and has thrown for 10,668 yards and 53 touchdowns. Sports betting brought to you by the Las Vegas Paiute Tribal Smoke and Cigar Shop. It's never too early to look at the next college basketball season, and William Hill Sportsbook posted future odds for the 2024 NCAA tournament champion. Connecticut, which claimed the title Monday with a 76-59 win over San Diego State, is the 12-1 co-favorite along with UCLA. Kansas is next at 15-1, followed by Kentucky at 18-1. Arizona and Duke are at 20-1. Houston is 22-1 with Alabama at 25-1.
In entertainment, sponsored by Arizona Charlie's, has live entertainment every weekend at both locations. Go to ArizonaCharlies.com to see who's playing. When WrestleMania came to Las Vegas, there were evil clowns, exotic animals, and what some are calling the worst matches in the franchise history. Review Journal's Renee Summerhour explains.
Google worst WrestleMania, and if the 9th installment of the professional wrestling's biggest show isn't at the top of the list, it's a consistent top 3. Of the 6 photos on the cover of the book WrestleCrap, the very worst of pro wrestling, half are from the afternoon of April 4th, 1993 at Caesar's Palace. One matchup involved identical evil clowns. Hulk Hogan left with the top title despite never really being in a match for it. Of the 9th bouts, only 2 had clean finishes that didn't involve some form of cheating, and one of those lasted less than 4 minutes. Talking about the day 30 years after the fact is enough to give The Undertaker chills.
I was so consumed with my contribution to awfulness. I don't even really look back anymore at it. I was like, wow, that was a real bump in the road that night.
Both the World Wrestling Federation, as it was known back then, and Las Vegas were going through major transitions in 1993. For the full history of the WWF and Las Vegas, log on to lvrj.com/entertainment.
Thank you for watching 7 at 7. The Las Vegas Review Journal also produces a Spanish language newscast. Watch 7 at 7 in Espanol at 7 a.m. on rjespanol.com. See you tomorrow for more 7 at 7.
Review Journal Studio sponsored by Adam Kuttner. Get the maximum settlement as quickly as possible. This 7 at 7 update sponsored by Pro Group Management. You're watching 7 at 7 from the Las Vegas Review Journal.